going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 1168 of FloWrestling Radio, live from Austin, Texas, presented by Nike Wrestling, proud to partner with Nike Wrestling. Today, joined by not the usual cast of characters. To my right, James Dean Rader, and to the left, Tyler Meisinger. Wait a second.
Dang. I woke up.
We got Tyler 2.0.
That's right. Here we are, guys.
We got the upgraded.
Let's go.
No Tyler Meisinger today. It's Mark Bader.
No blonde, a little
Sorry.
longer.
I know you guys saw the tweet. Some of you got excited, but this was to get you even more excited because it's
Let's
Mark
go.
Bader. So, all right, big show today. We got National Duals. The brackets are here. We're going to be talking about these for the next 5 weeks and change. We've got Who's Number One is this weekend. We're going to do some tiers. Of course, JD has another weight prepared and ready to be analyzed, discussed, picked apart. And we have your questions and maybe some other things. Maybe we're going to spin the wheel. Bader's been wanting to spin this wheel for a while.
I'm practicing.
He honestly, before he was at Flow, he was in the game show circuit, trying to get it in. Got close.
If it wasn't here, I was going to be a game show host.
Right. You're close. And it's still, I mean, you're pretty, how old's Steve Harvey? I mean, think about Bob Barker.
Just in the early days of my career. Just getting started.
Yeah, you're just now kind of entering your prime ability to host a game show.
Oh, what they've won.
Yeah, see? Great promo. I'm so glad you're on the show today. But JD, where should we start?
We got to start with National Duals. Before we dive into matchups and team and individual matchups, we got to talk seeds.
Oh, boy.
Did the seeds come out right? You were on the committee, so I want you to explain how you came to the conclusion to go Iowa 1, Nebraska 2, Ohio State 3, Oklahoma State 4. Why was Iowa the number 1 seed over Nebraska?
Answer yourself.
I will. I'll answer myself. So, yeah, it was cool to be on the seating committee. I was pumped to be asked. It was just 3 of us. It was me, Willie, and a guy named Jason Kosanke, and we were the ones tasked with seeding it. And basically, Matt Serber, who's the tournament director, he was in the meeting. It's he's overseeing all the processes, and said, "Hey, when we come to this meeting, let's have an idea who your top 6 are, and then we can discuss and we can come away with whatever conclusions. And hopefully, in this meeting, we'll just settle it." And so we all had kind of different ideas, and we came together. And the way we kind of concluded to look at it is, and there's a lot of ways you can do it, but basically, we simulated every single dual meet, which is very manual and time consuming, but ultimately it kind of yields something that you can really, it's super defensible. It removes opinion, it removes bias. And so the way you do that, you take I use Flow and Intermat rankings. Obviously I think Flow Wrestling does the best job of rankings, but Intermat is very proven, a long-standing brand in national rankings. And you look at the teams head-to-head, right? And you don't want to do like a tournament-style kind of ranking because, as we all know, duels and tournaments are really different. And the long and short of it is, and I could give you basically the rundown for every single dual meet, but for Iowa versus Nebraska, Iowa is favored in 5, Nebraska is favored in 4, and then there's a toss-up at 149 between probably Ryder Block and Scott Robertson. And so the coaches deserve a lot of credit here because we know how cagey college wrestling coaches can be. And obviously we know it's September when they sent this in. Their lineups aren't set. They don't know everything, but they sent their best guess, right, for who they think is going to be. They sent their 2 deep and every team did this. And so we knew that Nebraska, they had this transfer with Chance Lamer, but he's not available till second semester. And something like that ultimately had a huge impact on how that duel would go. Otherwise, it's 5-5, and then we did have a tie-breaking sort of criteria how we were going to go about it, but we didn't have to go to that in this case. And basically, that's how it played out for all the weights. Iowa was 15-0. They had they had some close duels. Like a team like Minnesota matches up well against Iowa, but ultimately they were the number 1. Nebraska beat everyone but Iowa. Ohio State beat everyone but Nebraska and Iowa, and then same story for Oklahoma State. They lost to Ohio State, Nebraska, and Iowa, but beat everyone else. So that's how we came up with it. And, you know, there was a lot of questions posed, and everyone really tried to poke holes in all our ideas, even our own ideas, to make sure, hey, we don't have any blind spots. And I think ultimately what we're looking at with these top 4 seeds, what makes it really fun, what made it hard to seed is what makes this tournament really awesome and exciting is that, man, is there a favorite? I mean, we have a 1 seed, but it's all on one match, one takedown, one little thing's going to flip a dual meet. And so, yeah, we've got a good 4, and some of these unseeded teams are absolute wrecking crews themselves. But I think we got it right. And I think what I can say is this, I don't think you could come up with a more defensible seed arrangement than the one we came up with. So
how long was this process? Was it 5 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours? How long was this meeting?
The meeting was probably an hour.
An hour.
But the work that went into it, I can't speak for the other two, but you know, it was hours and hours of work.
You came, yeah,
to get to the conclusion that I reached, and then we ultimately, you know, reached a conclusion together. So it was great.
All right. Somewhat personal. How working with Willie, right? How was it? He's just smart. He loves wrestling, but you know, we've had the history. But you two in the same room, pretty good.
Zoom room.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's fine.
Yeah, this is good.
Yeah.
You know, getting together, working out.
Well, we weren't working out.
No, working the brackets out. You know what? Willie's not much of a workout kind of guy.
A little zing. No, it was good. It was good. I as I knew it would be. I had no, you know, and I was asked, hey, what is it gonna be okay? I was like, you know, this is not where I think I could say this fairly. Yeah. Willie's was going to be well behaved, as was I, and I you know, I had no doubts that we weren't going to work well together.
That's fantastic. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, let's start to get into this actual bracket.
All right.
Pull
this up.
Oh boy.
Seeding out of the way. What were your kind of? You see this? What was your mind going to first? What matchups stood out to you?
Yeah, well, see, the best, I think the most interesting first round dual meet is Virginia Tech versus Minnesota. But my mind really went to, you know, who has the tougher draw of this? But we can look at this Virginia Tech Minnesota dual meet because I think either one of these teams has a decent shot to win their next round match against Ohio State. And on paper, I think it's a slight Minnesota lean here, but there's so many really, really tight matches here. I can't quite read it, but I do know the matches. Like,
I mean, right out of the gate, you got
Volk.
Treska Volk.
Yeah, that's a toss-up. You know, 8 versus 4 for sure. What Eddie did last year sets him apart in the rankings, but we all know going into that match, it's going to be really close. 33 is a big who knows. It's probably going to be Seidel versus Chris Cannon. Seidel, weirdly, you kind of feel a little more sure about what you're going to get from Aaron Seidel than Chris Cannon.
Right?
Chris Cannon's college career has been All-American to non-qualifier. So it's in his hands what it's going to be. And, you know, I'm excited for this one because what's Gavin Nelson exactly? What's Coy Hopke, right? Big test with Sasso and Jim Mullen right away there. So this, to me, is the best duel in round one. There's some other really good individual matches there. But when I looked at it, if we can go back to the bracket maybe, I was trying to think, like, which of the 4 seeds has the toughest draw? Like, you could say, in a way, Nebraska is going to have 2 good tests. But I don't think there's a team that really – I don't see Lehigh or Michigan or Arizona State actually threatening – to knock off Nebraska. I think they're a little too strong. So while they'll have 2 tough duels, I don't see them in danger, especially with Stanich out for Lehigh. And so you look at Ohio State, they've got they're going to be big favorites against Wyoming. And then they're going to be really tested in that second round. And then Oklahoma State, they're going to be big favorites against Cornell. And then here's another thing I'm thinking about. NC State, Northern Iowa. Winner gets Oklahoma State. Everyone is talking about this NC State versus Oklahoma State round 2. If you look at this UNI NC State dual meet, it is extremely, extremely competitive. And you think about just how Doug Schwab's teams typically perform in duels, as does Pat Papali's. But this is a team that really does well in those dual meet scenarios. And I think everyone's just kind of penciling in that NC State, Oklahoma State dual meet. I'm sure that's not the mentality in Raleigh, but fans at home, you need to watch 9 a.m. November 15th. You need to watch this dual meet because I think it's going to be extremely competitive. I don't know if we could pull in Northern Iowa versus NC State, but if you look at some of these matches, it's going to be razor close. Maybe not. Yeah.
And also, I want to remind people, correct me if I'm wrong, but losers in the semi wrestle for third, right? It's not
Conci semis.
I don't know.
traditional.
Don't ask me that. I don't know. I don't know. That must be how they're doing it. Yeah.
Just be like Chael and just say it confidently like you're right no matter what.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that looks like, based on this bracket picture. All right, here we go. NC State versus Northern Iowa. Let me get a little closer. My eyes aren't, I don't have.
It's got to be because the semis are at 10 a.m. and the third place is at noon. Sorry, so it's right afterwards.
Yep, you're right. So 33, Reading versus, who is that? I can't read. Farber. Land versus, what's Corey Land at 141? Curious to see that. This 49 match, that helps so much, Amanda. Oh, no, the way you had it. Biskins versus Ratchie. That's a toss-up. It's 11 versus 12.
Jinx.
So on paper, NC State's favored at 25, 41. I mean, you can't even say 49 when it's 11 versus 12. They're favored at 57, 74, and heavy. That's 5. And then there's upset potential there for Northern Iowa, right? Gunderson, I think, is a favorite over whoever NC State puts out there, Howell or Machiavello, because it's not going to be Brophy. Fox versus Cates, that's an unranked toss-up. Who knows what's going to happen in that match? Jared Sima versus Matt Singleton. It's a 6 versus 19, but Sima is really, really tough to beat. He's got some big wins in his career. Downey's a significant favorite over Denny. RJ Weston, they're excited about him in Northern Iowa. And once a year, pretty much, UNI's got a guy who's like, wait, who? And then they just kind of pop off, and they're really good. I don't know who that's going to be this year. Maybe it's RJ Weston. And so, yeah, that's a very competitive dual meet. I'm not penciling in NC State to face Oklahoma State in the next round. If that happens, that's a great dual meet. And NC State, yes, matches up very, very well against Oklahoma State. They match up better than UNI does, but it doesn't matter if you don't get to them.
So I've got my.
Ooh.
I filled out a bracket here.
He couldn't wait.
I couldn't wait. I filled it out. And for those
All right, we can find out who wins right here.
That's real. Yep. Fast forward. It's Iowa.
Oh, really?
I got Iowa winning. Yep. But there was a couple duels in here. I did a whole constellation too.
Nice.
Where not having Brophy might cost NC State at 197 because that's a big question mark for them, right? So where they would go from a favorite. There was a couple weights like that, like with Nebraska, Chance Lamer too. Fast forward a little bit. I actually have Ohio State upsetting them.
Okay.
In the semis, and that was a weight.
So you probably have Davino over Van D is probably one an upset you're seeing.
Yep. And with some of these too, I didn't do the time to do. Okay, well I think this guy wins by major, so
right.
Next point. But I went match by matchup, and then I went toss up. So I kind of was like, and then so if it was toss up, it was like, who do I have more faith in the matches that aren't necessarily toss ups?
Right.
And then so I just kind of penciled in like, all right, I got this team winning 6 matches to 4, theoretically.
What do you think, Bader?
About the overall tournament?
Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I think Missouri's going to upset Iowa first round.
Ooh.
That's going to be
So we should talk about that duel. There's some really juicy matches in that one. Everyone, I've seen a lot of people talking about this match already. We'll get to 84. But 41, Seth Mendoza, Nasir Bailey, I think that's a real match. Now, Nasir could get on top and get this dude's wrist and roll him up a bunch, but man, Seth's good on the mat. I would be surprised to see that happen. I think Mendoza's going to be ready for this match. Does he win? I don't know, but I think we're gonna leave this tournament being like, Seth Mendoza is the real deal. He's a guy who could place as a true freshman. I think that's what we'll be saying. We'll see. It's for him to prove, and it'll play out how it plays out. But that's what I anticipate. One of the narratives post National Duals.
Did any of these top 4 seeds really get screwed by the random draw, or like who got the toughest path?
That's what I've been thinking about. I really don't think so. It's funny that the random draw seems to have
Worked out.
it just sort of evenly distributed.
Now, I also think that's because once you get past like the top 5, 6, it's kind of just like all those teams are tough, right? There's not a whole lot of discrepancy between those teams.
The way I look at it, like, is who has the tougher path to make the semis. Because once you're in the semis, it's a bloodbath, right? It's going to be hard no matter what. But who has the hardest path to get? So Ohio State, I think I already mentioned this, but they're going to have to beat Minnesota or Virginia Tech. That's pretty tough. So I would say either Ohio State or Oklahoma State.
I don't know.
But
Nebraska, Lehigh, then Michigan.
Nebraska, Lehigh. I know, but I just don't see how they're going to be threatened in those.
I agree.
I think
I had Nebraska going 7-3 over Lehigh and 7-3 over Michigan.
yeah. And Michigan, they're just going to have some spots where they're really young or inexperienced. And I think Nebraska is just top to bottom, except for 149 for a semester, is just so tough. There's just not a lot of opportunities. They just have to wrestle out of their minds. Whereas like Minnesota doesn't have to wrestle out of their minds to beat Ohio State. NC State doesn't have to have an otherworldly. Now what hurts NC State? They have a couple unranked guys that some holes. And that's going to make it tough for them. They maybe will have to wrestle perfect to beat Oklahoma State. But I don't think any team is like maybe Iowa has the best draw. They also maybe have the best team, so it looks that way. But
Yeah. They're the number 1 seed. That's the whole point.
I know, but for
Random
example,
draw.
if you put Nebraska and you flipped Iowa and Nebraska's draw, it's like I would say probably Nebraska has the easiest path. So it worked out that way. Just because in round 2, it's Illinois. Actually, Little Rock does not match up that terribly against Illinois, but Illinois should win.
Yeah, I had that 5-5.
It's kind of close, right?
I was going through it and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah. I know it was like a throwaway when you drew it, and then it's like, oh, wait, actually, this is a.
And that's where I went back to who do I have the most faith in? There's guys like Lucas Bird.
Yes.
Right? Who's got the rocks
Yes. So.
and
Yeah.
the potential for bonus.
So I think it ended up working out. I mean, the potential for chaos for these draws could have been way more insane than it actually was. I'll tell you this, it's so funny. So we do all these rehearsals, right? And you're trying to get the timing right, and you're doing all this stuff. And we were actually doing the spin and everything. And 2 times in a row, first draw pull, which means it's who Iowa wrestles, Minnesota. Do it again, Minnesota. We're like, oh my gosh. But they're.
And it's not going to happen.
And then I was like, can you do it again, David? He's like, I'm going to do it again. But he couldn't do it again. Just 2 times. But, and if that happens, we're for sure saying, oh, Iowa's got the toughest draw. But I loved that they did the only seeding 4. I think that was brilliant.
I think it is too.
My inner, ranker or whatever is like, no, do it all. But this just makes it so much better.
It's fun.
And you need to separate the top teams. Okay. We did that. So that's great.
Which do you think it's Oklahoma State, the top seeded team that's most likely on upset watch prior to finals or semis?
I would say, I don't know. I can't I would say Ohio State. Just because I think Minnesota, I don't know if we have Ohio State, Minnesota by chance. If we did, that would be.
See, I had Tech beating.
You have Tech winning.
But that was like,
Yeah.
5-5. Don't feel confident in a handful of those matchups. So
Yeah. So Tech, I don't think matches up as well against Ohio State as Minnesota does. But yeah, oh yeah, we do have it. Look at that. So Minnesota it's winnable at 25. 41's interesting. Von Bar Mendez has been close in the past.
it's a bit close.
But
Those
then
bomb bars are tough.
very. Oh yeah. Bader wrestled Vance Von Bar's dad at Veterans
I
National.
wrestled him in 2002
Oh wow.
at the Reno tournament champion semifinals where he beat me. And then I wrestled him again a few months ago and he beat me again.
That's crazy.
I scrapped.
And y'all been the same size for 20 years.
Yes, more or less.
That's pretty cool. You guys are, but because he's trim, and we know Bader's trim. Y'all keeping it tight. Charlie Millard's an interesting one. What's he going to be this year? He had some nice moments a year ago in redshirt.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is the other fun thing about going through this is there is a lot of question marks about these young guys and guys with 5 events to use if they still want a redshirt that I think we'll probably see. There's so many question marks because it's the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what Charlie Millard's going to be. I don't know what Chris Cannon's going to be this year, right? Coy Hopke, he was an extremely highly touted recruit.
Didn't wrestle last year.
Exactly. I don't know.
You don't know. Gavin Nelson's interesting. Max McAnally. Feel pretty good about him. I think he's going to be all right.
Yeah, he's going to be.
Yeah, it's going to be. So, yeah, maybe it is Oklahoma State. I don't know. It's going to be a good duel, though. It's going to be fun. What else? We're going to be talking about this so much.
Yeah, we don't have to get into every match by match.
This is, I mean, the energy that this injected into wrestling, and that's just on the way on the front end. The hype, the excitement. It's just when it gets announced, and then you have the
show,
the field, and then you get the bracket. All that energy, it's like it's such a gift to wrestling to have this, and you can't. Man, I'm just very thankful that Paycom was able to put this together. I mean, think about this. Wrestling has been trying to get something like this going for years and years and years. And wrestling people, there's no blame. It's, have not been able to do this. And then in a year, Paycom puts it together, makes it happen. And this is why I just really appreciate them. Wrestling is blessed with a lot of benefactors and people that love the sport and give money. This isn't a group, Paycom and Chad Richardson, that's just writing a check and saying, go do it. They are involved with every detail in trying to make this not just a tournament that happens and they pay a team $200,000 and over $1 million purse. They want this tournament to run efficiently in a way that is great for the teams, that's great for the fans. They want to create a product that is exciting and helps grow the sport. They're in it. They're in this community. They really want this to succeed, and that's why I really appreciate them. It's not just, all right, let me just fund this thing. It's no, how can we make this awesome? How can it be cool? How can we think differently? We do these shows. Do we do these shows? Do these shows happen without Paycom really wanting to make this special? I don't know. I mean, I love to do it, but so yeah, just really, really, thankful that they made this happen because it's just a gift to wrestling. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It used to do it and then it stopped and now it's back.
Now it's back and it's great.
One other thing I wanted to mention that was kind of interesting looking at this is, or in questions that arise, is we got some lineup changes we saw from individual teams. What were some of the biggest lineup changes, guys jumping weight that you saw that we were maybe unaware of?
Well, I teased this around a year ago, but I think Nick Bouzakis is going to go 125. That's the plan.
Wow.
God bless him.
plans are just that. Yeah. It's what you hope happens, and you put a strategy together around doing it, but you don't know.
If he can make it be effective, wow,
Yeah. And Macron. That guy pinned Luke Lillidahl live on television. So he's tough. That's a funny match because Macron is amazing from the top position, and Buzakis reverses everyone.
Correct.
So it's like something's got to give there. I would say we learned, well, the Mantmen, we got Brock going 84, Bowman 74. So they're
Big jump. Michigan whole lineup, or not whole lineup, but a lot of them are doing a jump. Mm-hmm. Ragusan to 41. Gilcher bumping up 2 weights.
Is that right?
Right? Yeah, to 65. Mm-hmm. Because the Mantmen are moving up.
As we expected, AJ Ferrari 285.
A lot of steaks.
Lot of steaks.
I had a steak last night.
Oh,
for my boy.
from Tim Ziola?
Tim Ziola. Thank you, Tim. I had the filet. It was delicious.
I have mine. I haven't made. I'm plotting when I'm going to make them.
My first one. It was worth it.
Dang, I can't wait. Shout out Tim.
Thanks, Tim.
Who else might? Or what other changes are? I mean, Oklahoma State. We kind of. It's sort of what we thought. Carter Young down at 141. I thought Carter might be done. He did like senior night stuff, I think, but there are no seniors anymore.
2030, I think, is when all that ends.
2030. Yeah. Yep. So that was one thing. It was Spratley, Figueroa, and they have multiple guys at every weight. Carter Young, but they also listed Vega at 41. 49 was Swiderski.
Excited for the return of Swiderski.
The ski, as he called himself in a DM to me, so I'll call him the ski. 57, T. Travis and Rabadou, which, I think we'll see a lot of Landon Rabadou, personally. 65, they listed D. Lockett, which is what we've been anticipating. 74, Facundo. 84, Ryder and Braden Thompson. 97, Merryill. Heavyweight, Connor Doucette. So kind of what we thought there. Iowa, I think we've already talked about, but Jordan Williams at 157. We knew that. Nasir at 41, as anticipated. Gabe Arnold was listed at 184 along with Angelo.
Okay.
So, but for what it's worth, Gabe also tweeted
174.
174. So, as always, who knows? But yeah, I think that's all that pretty much stood out. Oh, Ryder Gotsky, who knows how big this guy is? He's cultivating mass in a major way. So he might be the backup heavyweight for all we know. I wouldn't rule that out.
All right. At the end of our preliminary,
the first of many.
Duals, right. There'll be a lot to get into in the next coming weeks. And good thing we have 5 weeks to talk about it.
Yes.
But let's get to 141.
Okay.
Tiers. Time to preview 141 pounds.
You know this segment, Bader? Do you know what this is?
Let's go.
Okay. Why don't you pull in
go ahead. Pull in.
Rankings. College rankings.
Can do FloWrestling college rankings.
Thank you.
Because that's where
top tier. I've seen
from.
this. Top tier, middle tier. I watch FRL sometimes.
Thanks, dude.
Yeah. I'm the one.
Tier 1.
41?
141 pounds. Tier 1, Jesse Mendez, Brock Hardy. That's it.
So
that's where it stops.
That's where it stops. I think that's fair. I would, the guy I would say could is Luke. He got kind of beat bad by Jesse last year.
I thought about putting Luke on Tier 2 Island, but I didn't. I threw him in with a lot of people in Tier 2. I don't want to get too high on freestyle results, on U20 results, not even U.S. Open senior results. Like, this is a guy who split with Bo. I know he won U20 gold. He split with Bo.
That's just because America's goated.
Maybe.
I would say, honestly, think of what we've seen and who wouldn't have been in our tier ones that made finals. And I'm more for expansion here. I mean, Mendez lost quite a few matches last year, right? He lost to Hardy, Bartlett. Hardy lost to a couple of people. So I would say Jesse, Brock, Luke. I'm putting Echemendia in there.
You're putting him in title contender?
He could win. I mean, I've seen that guy go to war with Jesse Mendez. I think he can go with everyone. Can he do a full tournament? I don't know. But he's good. I just can't say.
Again,
my man walked here from Guatemala.
He walked here.
He can do anything.
Yes. You're telling me he can't win 5 matches
He'll be okay.
in Cleveland? Come on. That's
maybe.
nothing.
I haven't seen it. I'm not as confident.
I haven't seen Jesse do it this year. So, no.
it's
I mean, Mendez is a big favorite, but he's not
He's not untouchable.
no. I mean,
Brock beat him in the Big Ten finals,
Brock beat him
which is why
semis.
excuse me, which is
Jesse
why
was 4th at Big Tens.
Yeah, but he just knows how to turn it up. He was 6th at Big Tens and he was 5th at Nationals.
I know.
Freshman year. He's got that it.
He does have it. But sometimes guys with it lose at the NCAA tournament.
Yep, that's fair.
Because there's other
Guys that have really good and have it too.
It's just the margins are narrow. And I just think Echemandia matches up well against Jesse from a neutral standpoint. If he can get off the bottom, now that competitive element is where Jesse can separate, but that's sort of undefinable. But I expand this tier more than maybe you'd be comfortable with. But I think what we've seen from Luke, what we saw from Echemandia when he was down here, I think he's in the mix. So that's how I'd do it.
I was trying not to get too high on these guys. To me, they fit a little bit more into tier 2. Disappointment if you don't AA tier, where I've got Stanich, Echemandia, Composto, Vombar, Romney, Dylan Ragusin.
Who are we thinking for Penn State?
That's a good point. They're
gonna have someone in.
I put Braden Davis in the tier below.
Okay, that's fine.
Which is titled "Should be contending for a spot on the podium, but far from a lock to make it on."
See, I think I would expand that one too. I think Braden. Did you have Nasir in there?
Nasir, Braden Davis, Ryan Jack is in that tier 3.
Okay, man, I can't put Braden, Ryan, Nasir, and Ragusin that far behind CJ Composto and Seth Romney. I think
CJ Composto's a weird one because you don't think he should be in this tier, but then he just makes the podium.
I mean,
What he does, and now that he's done it twice, it's a disappointment if you don't do it again.
I agree that it's a disappointment. I agree with that. I just think those other guys are right there with him.
I think they are too.
Yeah.
But then I was like, but Nasir didn't make it at probably his ideal weight the year before. And I know expectations change. You go to Iowa, but then he bumps up a weight. Should he be bumping up weight, or is he just moving up because Drake's at 33? So that's where I was like, he should be right in that mix.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I'm not shocked.
This is a question for Mark Bader because I think only he can answer it. You've probably spent more nights in Iowa City than many people. If you were Nasir Bailey's coach and you were just tasked with getting him up to size by eating at the best places in Iowa City, what's the game plan? Breakfast at Bluebird? I mean, what are we thinking?
Yeah, breakfast at Bluebird's always great. I love the Iowa Chop House over there downtown. Your kid went nuts there one night.
Yeah, Caleb went crazy. That was so
Final X road trip.
Yep.
Man,
like a Chipotle.
like a Chipotle.
Say like Poncheros.
Poncheros.
Not Pancheros, Poncheros.
Poncheros. I've heard it pronounced both ways in Iowa. But anyways, it's kind of like a Chipotle, but I think a little fresher. They press the tortillas right in front of you.
Oh.
They mix it up. The burrito, they mix it.
Yes, they call it bobbing. They take so it's not like a bite of beans, then a bite of chicken, then a bite of rice. They just throw it all together. If you want to get pizza, you got to go to the Wig and Pen, just down the hill from Carver.
That's good.
Where did we go?
You want to get tuned up, you go to the Vine. Don't go there, Nasir.
Yeah, don't. We went to, we got something good. Where did we go the other night? I don't know, but we got Insomnia cookies. Yeah, I was just there last week. I'm going back. I can't remember where we had dinner. We went somewhere. These. It's escape.
So you think if you follow all right, so this is perfect.
Yeah.
Bluebird
for breakfast. You can get all the protein you want.
Pancheros for lunch, Chop House for dinner.
Chop House for dinner.
Nasir, it's going to be a full-sized 41 and then some.
Yes.
I think he'll be full size 41.
If he listens to Mark Bader, he will be.
Let's go. You need any other tips? Let me know. I'll get to a bulk season.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm not that I'm a bulker, but I know where the restaurants are in Iowa City.
I haven't been back to Pancheros since. Do you remember?
Dude, we went there, I don't know, 3-4 years ago, something. I don't remember when. Might have been before the pandemic.
Well, this is like.
Yeah, 5, 6, 7, 8 years.
It was like 10 years ago.
Okay, they all kind of blend together. But we land. I think we're going to an Iowa dual meet or something. But we stop and get Pancheros. And then we go to Carver. I brought my shoes, and my gear, because we're gonna.
So did I.
But then we start to kind of just roll around, and Christian's like, "Oh, I a pound of burrito in my belly.
It would, dude. I could not I could wrestle for a long time, especially at that point, and even with Bader, even though it didn't go great. And I was just like, kept having to stop. I was like, I'm gonna throw up. I'm gonna throw up. And I'm like, all right. And then you feel good.
Yeah.
It's like, all right, let's go. It's like literally 30 seconds later. It's like, I'm gonna barf. Like,
So then he stopped and he stuck Terry on me. He's like, I can't go anywhere. How about Barry? Why don't you wrestle Terry? And I was like, let's go.
yeah. And then you tried to roll him, but you didn't roll him.
Yeah, didn't. I had a tough time beating Terry.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm ready. I'm going back this weekend. I'll throw down. I ain't scared.
Well, there it is. Terry Brands answered the call.
Let's go.
Mark Bader. Dang. Is Bader natty? A lot of people are asking if Bader's natty these days.
What's natty?
Are you natural? Are you on the
I am
gimmick?
natural, but you would think.
I think you're on the gimmick. A lot of people are starting to think that.
You're putting Kozak to shame, flexing over.
Yeah, Kozak's
in his
he has
spot.
he does more of like the Tony Ramos double flex, but okay.
Call those double rainbows.
All right. You're welcome this year. There. You're a full-size 41-pounder.
I have a fourth tier at 141 pounds.
Okay.
This tier is called Absolute Wild Card. That should be in tier 3, but I didn't feel right putting him in there with his freestyle accolades because he could actually catapult into tier 1, but I don't think he will this year. So he gets his own tier.
Wow.
Aiden Valencia.
Oh yeah, dude. I'd put him in the mix with all those guys. I really would. I think he's got a chance. Are there any true freshmen that could be entering the mix? I guess Zepeda's not because they have Ryan Jack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think Aiden will be right there. But
I think he will too.
there's reason for. I mean, his record is what it is right now. So we'll learn a lot. But I think
That's what I was like. There's a scenario where he catapults into title contender tier for sure.
absolutely. I think this weight. Jesse's a legend already, but it's just so hard. I think there's a lot of guys that are going to be in competitive matches with the elite 41s. So it's a good weight, and who knows who's going to emerge.
All right. I want to remind everyone who's number 1
Oh yeah,
going down Saturday. Right? Girls card first, starting in the afternoon at 2.
2:30.
Oh, is it?
No, I think it's 2, and then the
at
men
5:30.
start at 5:30.
Okay, I knew there was a 30 in there.
Central Times.
So that's 3 and 6:30 Eastern for you East Coast. Who's number 1 start time?
It'll be in Coralville at the Extreme Arena. Great venue for wrestling events.
Tickets.
Get your tickets, show up. One little note, right after the girls' duel, we're going to play that first episode of our Hawkeyes series about the women's team, the Iowa women's team. Fantastic series. I hope everybody gets a chance to check it out. It's going to drop on the site next week, October 15th. That's going to play in the Extreme Arena and on the stream right after.
A sneak peek.
Yeah, like a sneak peek. We'll check that trailer out maybe at the end of the show.
Cool.
Our premier matchup at this year's Who's Number 1, Basset versus Rainey.
Jordan
Rainey. There's
Yes.
2 of them. This one will be Jordan.
Yeah, both Rainies are in this event. I think the last time these two wrestled, Jordan won by fall in Fargo. I don't think they've been in the same bracket or hit since then. And, you could say that match was what it was, but, I mean, both those guys have just been great since then, too. So I think it could be a butt whooping on either side. I really do. I think there's a potential for bonus. I think there's no scenario it's not crazy. I think there's no scenario there's not a lot of points on the board and a lot of effort and a lot of attempts and a lot of entertainment. I think it's one of the more, Basset Zepeda was such an insane main event, given the history and the pin the year before. And then it ended up being a trilogy with the Super 32. Like that is a special thing. But now it's, these two are linked, and I think it's going to be just a fantastic way to end Who's Number 1 for sure. And is Bo the favorite? Maybe. I don't have that. I think most people have a strong feeling that Bo's the favorite.
Well, he definitely has bigger name recognition.
Well, yeah. But,
That doesn't make you the favorite.
right.
It's true.
Right. I don't know if he, in my mind, I don't know if he is. And I don't know that, I know that Bo is number 1 at 150 and Jordan is number 1 at 144. And you could say, therefore, Bo is bigger. I don't know. I think they're going to be about the same size.
We kind of had this discussion last show.
Yeah.
Where we were talking, you and Bray, like, he's at 41 in college.
Yes. So I don't know. I think it's going to come. One or two exchanges are going to decide. One scramble. I think there is going to be like a 6 or 7 point move potentially in this match. I just think that's just how these guys wrestle.
How they wrestle.
Yeah, it's how they both wrestle. And if Jordan Rainey's down, he's going to go crazy. If Bo Bassett's down, he's going to, yeah. So I can't wait for this match. We're lucky to have it.
Is there any chance Bassett can get Rainey tired?
There's a chance. There's a chance. Now, and you see how some guys can wrestle through it. But it's, has he wrestled someone like Bo recently? I don't think so. Bo is a kind of his effort. Bo's performance, he doesn't always have his best match, but he always has crazy effort.
Yes.
The effort's insane. He'll make mistakes, but the effort, you can always count on it. And if you want to beat Bo, you need to take him down. You got to hold him down, right? I think him coming out, and this is 7-minute matches. That's that's a factor too. So,
our co-main event, Merryill versus Mako.
Little Cyhawk.
Little rematch as well from Fargo. Merryill won that one. Does this match, being folk style, change that up at all?
I think it definitely could. If you look at how that match transpired, it was Michael getting takedowns, maybe multiple, but was getting to the legs a lot. And Kobe got on top and he got some gut wrenches, and that's how he blew it open. So that's not applicable here, right?
Can't lock your hands in folk style.
No, that's a point penalty.
I think last
one.
I checked. So
that's one.
Yeah, it's a little different.
They do this. They go technical violation.
I think that's timeout.
No, the technical violation, locking hands, 1 point. You can't do it.
Must be new.
Yeah, it's a new rule.
Okay.
But Kobe is good on top though in folk style as well. He can ride, and so. But this is where the exchange rate now for the escape versus takedown. It's like, do you go under? If there's even a little bit of, I might get ridden out. Just how about I just go neutral?
It's a strategy and the tactic for sure.
But you don't want Cody Merryill head down driving into you for 7 minutes either. He's a force. So I feel like Mako has the offense to win this match. But until the clock strikes 0, you're gonna wonder if he's gonna be able to hold on. Just because of the strength, the pace, the whatever. Because that was a factor in their freestyle match. Mako got tired. Merryill did not, and that was a big differentiator.
Here's my question. For the Mako camp, do you wear the battering ram headgear?
The Rhino?
The Rhino into this bout, because Kobe does, and he uses it. And that played a factor actually in their freestyle match as well, where Mako was getting all upset because he thought Merryill was leading with his head.
Got a dang horn. Yeah, I don't see it there. Yeah, I'm sure he'll wear it. Bro, I wonder how much bigger.
Two rams.
How much bigger his arm's gonna be?
They continue to get larger.
We need to bring a tape measure.
Right.
Get those pythons measured.
Get some measurements.
Are you working with Kobe? We should get him. We should get his weight routine. What's he doing?
I know, right? You think his biceps are like as big as my waist?
Close. Close. With a belt, I think we can make your pants tight around his bicep. It's possible. That's a great match and a great co-main event for sure.
Before we move on, I want to remind everyone you can find the results for this in our new FloWrestling brackets, our next generation brackets. It's the new thing we rolled out about a month ago. They're super awesome. The future of wrestling is here. It's like track and arena combined. You get free notifications for your wrestlers. So you want to know, hey, when's Bo Basset wrestling? You just got to go, click his name, put your number in. You'll get a text when he becomes on deck. Or if you want to see the result, you can get that. Super awesome, super clean. And It's continuing to get better and better. This is just kind of the first release of this. We are collecting all your feedback, telling our team that made this, and they are constantly working to improve it. So
Yeah, absolutely true.
Have you guys spoken on the show about Brandon?
yes, we have.
Okay, the developer. You guys set the stage already. He is coder, engineer, developer, whatever. But he was a wrestler, and he's like intense. I'm sure you said all this before, but you get in a room with him, and you're like,
whoa,
this dude's ready to make stuff happen. Christian, he had a couple questions. He came up and visited you yesterday. Implemented it today. Is that right?
Yep.
What was it? Something small, but it was like
basically, on the backside of a bracket, when it's made, you want to see who goes where when they lose.
Loser drops down to.
And ours were blank at present. And so it's like, hey, are we going to have that? It's like, yeah, we are. So he come up, I showed it to him, and then today we had it. So that's how it works. Guys.
Smoke coming out of this guy's ears.
This guy's great. Yeah, we call him Tom Brandon because of his intensity.
We should get him on. You guys should get him up here.
Dude, the one meeting, I'd never been in a meeting with him. And I sit down, and it's me and you may not know him. He's the man, though, Travis Peter. And it's just us two and Tom, or his name's Brandon. And it's so intense. I literally slacked Travis, and he's talking to more people on a Zoom call or hangout. I just slacked Travis. Are we in trouble? What is going on? Was I supposed to do something? It's it was that kind of intensity. But as we've worked more with him, we're like,
he's awesome.
The wrestling team is just loves his intensity.
He's like a wrestler in an engineer's body or brain or something. He's just perfect.
Yeah.
He's the best guy to do this.
It's great.
You should get him on here. He'll blow people's mind.
You'll get it.
He's like Terry in the corner.
He might explode.
But he's thinking about developing and coding.
Yeah, it's codes and stuff. I don't even know. That's great.
He's great.
All right, Bader. I think it's time for you.
Ooh. The magic
your talents.
So we did Iowa last time. So if we get Iowa.
No, we did Nebraska last time. We did Iowa 2 times ago.
Okay.
We got to update this.
If we get Iowa or Nebraska, it's a chat choice.
Okay. All right. We ready?
Yeah. It's got to go one way around, geezer.
Oh, it's like
Price is Right.
All right.
You should know that.
Yeah.
Brian, game show host.
Good spin.
I don't know if that went. Look at this. Oh my gosh.
Did I rig it? Did I rig it?
This is
M-I-Z.
D-O-U. Wow, I can't believe you just did that.
Let's go.
If you don't know, Mark Bader wrestled at Missouri.
Brian Smith's first year.
Brian Smith's first year.
We sucked. We were good by the time I left. Yeah, I watched the turnaround, man. I lived it.
Yeah.
It's great.
Okay. So if you want to just search Missouri lineup, FloWrestling, you pull that in. A lot of excitement in Como, as they call it, Columbia, Missouri. Coach Smith always has a really tough lineup. Loses Keegan O'Toole.
Coach Keegan.
Now he just morphed. Now he's on staff. He works there now. But as we look at their lineup, Mac Mauger, they're going to get him in the lineup. He's unranked at present. But 19-7 in redshirt is nothing to sneeze at.
Decent recruit.
I love we got quotes. Margaret's been successful his whole life. We could zoom out maybe a little on that because it's missing a little bit of the thing. But they're excited about him. He talked a lot about Cade Moore. Cade Moore has always been someone at 33. He's had some moments. Beat someone really good. Almost beat Vito in a crazy, crazy dual meet. And now it's all right, what's he gonna be this year? They're very excited. He's a Texas native, mind you, so that's gonna help. At 133, and they also have Gage Walker there, so they have depth, and they really love Seth Mendoza. Already talked about that. They like what he's doing and feel like he's gonna be the man right away there. Edmond, he's been holding down 49 for a while. He's been there, 3-time qualifier, trying to get over the hump there. He's been around 12 in the past. James Conaway, we'll see. He beat Cody Chittum last year. And they got 2 good transfers. Got Max Mayfield and Evan Bates at 65 and 97. We'll see what they can do. Cam Steed moving up. He was an All-American last year for Missouri, going up from 65 to 74. 74 is a weight where it's kind of Levi Haynes and a bunch of good dudes. And he's one of them. And how does he fit with a Christopher Minto? How can he wrestle with a Patrick Kennedy, Simon Ruiz? That's what we'll find out. But for them, if he can be a top 4 guy, that would be huge for the Tigers. And then Aiden Sinclair. Love Aiden. Love his game. Absolute hammer.
Hate the way he spells his name.
It is kind of confusing.
I think he's awesome.
A lot of O's. The most O's.
Odin.
The most O's ever put in the name Aiden, I think. They were just going for the record.
Okay, well, good for them. Hats off.
Most Aidens have 0 O's, and he has 2. But that has not slowed him down. The spelling of his name has only accelerated his success. And I think, the pecking order at 184, a lot of talk about, and for good reason, Max McAnally and Rocco Welsh and Angelo Ferrari. But I think Aiden Sinclair is going to be right there with those guys.
I mean, look at the U.S. Open and Ohio U20 finals. Max Mayfield it came down to the very last second.
Yeah, Aiden Sinclair
Against Sinclair.
Yeah.
So he's right there.
You said Max Mayfield. That confused you.
Sorry.
McAnally.
Sorry.
Max M.
Maxim.
Oh, we had Mayfield
Yeah. It's all
on the line.
Too much alliteration.
Too many Maxes.
197 will be Evan Bates. Colton Hawks has transferred to Arizona State, I believe. So he'll be in the lineup there for Arizona State at some point. But Bates is tough. Recovering from injury, but he should be ready to go. And then Stoner, they like him. Yeah, so they're excited. So it's a good team. What are the questions, JD, about?
Floor, ceiling, and then also look at the schedule.
Mm-hmm. Maybe on their best day could get in the top 10.
We currently have them ranked 19th, I believe, in our team tournament rankings. That's Mendoza, no ranking. 41 super deep.
Aiden's pretty humble ranking right now.
Right,
He
because
wrestled at 97 a lot.
yes. He also
Beat someone good. Salazar?
had, I think this might be the secret to him. He might be a Samson. He went buzz cut and kind of
Buzz
did
boy.
not wrestle to his standard. He started growing back out his Koosh haircut. He was really good at the U.S. Open.
He doesn't have a Koosh haircut. You know what?
You know what a Koosh ball is? Those
Course, I know exactly what you
fluffy
mean.
things. That's his hair.
He kind of does have it defies gravity.
It's awesome.
Yeah, except when he was in Cadet Worlds and kept having hair in his eyes. That I didn't like that. I don't like when you're wiping your hair. Bader doesn't do that.
No, let's let it go.
He just wrestles through it.
It's like Clay Guida.
Right. So, anyways, I think this team outside the top 20 if it goes bad, but inside the top. I mean, it's. 'Cause I just don't. I think Mendoza, Aiden, you feel great about. Steed, you feel great about, and the others, kind of wait and see. Mm-hmm. But it's a strong team, and there's a lot of promise. They have some other recruits waiting in the wings there potentially as well.
It's unfortunate for Seth and Aiden that they are at 2 tough weight classes where we can go away from the national tournament and the season and be like, they wrestled great, but finished in 6th, 7th place. And you're like, they're going to be contending for a national title at some point in their career. But as freshmen in these deep weight classes, they just weren't there yet.
One thing I've been thinking more about when you talk about deep weight classes, because it is true, but then when you think about the tournament, you have to beat 1 or 2 of them.
A lot of times, yeah.
Typically, like the way it normally breaks out. So like the depth is sort of lose, with the seeding and everything, it maybe makes a tougher quarter. Maybe if you're in the part that has the tough quarter, but it's rare that you get 4 juggernaut quarters. We might this year at 84. But yeah, so I've been thinking a little bit about that.
We're going to find a lot out November 15th.
I know. Coach Smith's going to have them ready.
Oh, yeah.
What's that pre-duel speech look like before you go wrestle the Iowa Hawkeyes? You've been there as the athlete when maybe you say you weren't that good, the teams, and then you've done a lot of coverage of Missouri, embedded with those guys.
He's calm. He's not going to like stand up there and like
rah
yell and scream and get you fired up. He's just going to be really calm and like calculated and logical and like. But the things he says is like all good things to hear. And you're like, yeah, this makes sense. Hey, you guys prepared? You're ready to show up and do your thing. Good things are going to happen. He's not going to try to get you to go out and run through a wall. But
What's the most in the doghouse you've ever been with Brian Smith as an athlete? And what did you do and why?
I don't think I was ever like totally like Bader is in the doghouse or whatever. I've been there when the team
Is in the dog. What's that like?
man, I probably told this story before, but my freshman year, his first time year coaching, we're wrestling Wyoming, especially back then, like Mizzou, just not a great, not a top 20 program.
Right.
And it's early second semester, and we think, all right, we've been working hard. We're going to go out there, and we fly to Denver and drive up. We're going to win. I'm going to take you guys out to a steak dinner. You've been working hard, and we're going to feel our hard work and all that. And we go out there 700 feet or whatever, and
Oh, shoot.
we lose pretty good. A couple guys, gas tanks run out. One guy gets pinned. It's not what we wanted. And I'm in the locker room afterwards, and I remember, Teddy Grahams?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I had a box of Teddy Grahams because the day before I take you out the store and you get whatever. And I got my hand in the Teddy Grahams, like, Doug, I got a handful. And like, boom, Smith kicks in the door and I go, I drop my Teddy Grahams. He's like, this God, just like, faces red, spits flying, you guys. And it's like, one by one, tells everybody what he thinks. And it's not nice. And it's like explosive. And it's like, one guy, I think he kicked one guy off the team right there.
Are you serious?
Yeah, you so-and-so, you're done.
No way.
And it's like,
Oh.
and he just walks out of the room, and everybody's like, And I remember when my best friend, the heavyweight, walks in with his headphones on. He walks in, he's like, huh. I'm like, you just missed this? Later, he tells me, he's like, no, I was outside. I heard what was going on. How are you going to walk in there, Kevin Herron? But yeah, that was...
Did you lose?
Yeah, I lost. I didn't get pinned or majored, but I lost.
Were you tired?
I don't remember being overly tired. I didn't give up. It wasn't a lack of effort, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I lost.
Dang.
And we didn't even get dinner. I think there was like a hotel restaurant, and everybody just had to go on their own and get it. Like he was like, nowadays you probably get in trouble for that. This is 2000. No, this is 99.
Dang. Pre-Y2K. Everything.
Yeah. This is.
Okay.
There's a couple other times where he let the team have it.
Dang.
But
So
dude, but you said, how's he before?
Yeah.
He's not gonna try to get you to jump up. He's just gonna talk. But man, after me, this is 20-something years ago, my man did not a lot, but he was capable of losing his shit.
I bet.
All right. Let's can you pull in their schedule for us?
Who's?
Bader, Missouri's.
Yeah.
Let's do a quick rundown.
They always have a pretty tough dual schedule. They're going to National Duals Invitational. Here we go. Start. So Drury, Marysville, keep going. Central. So they start with a couple, tune-up type duels. Tiger style invite. I'm pretty sure that's live on Flow. Could be fake news. And then they've got National Duals Invitational.
They've already got Iowa on the official schedule.
They already got. No, that was good.
I'm trying to fit it into that box.
Oh, okay.
How's that?
Good. All right. So then we know about this. National Duels. Keep going. Illinois. Journeyman Duels. Those are tough. So that's against Nebraska, LIU. So that's good. Then UNI, another tough dual meet. Soldier Salute, Arizona State, Utah Valley. Coach Hall's got a good squad. Oklahoma State, Northern Colorado, Little Rock, West Virginia, Oklahoma, Iowa State, then Big 12. So yeah, that's a
Solid schedule.
yeah. Once they hit national duels, there's no easy weeks. They're gonna be tested. So
Time to be a Tiger.
It is a great time to be a Tiger.
All right. We're going to get to questions. Before we do, I want to remind everyone to go to athleteps.com. Check out our friends at Nike Wrestling. Go get you some gear, some shoes. You can outfit your entire team here if you contact them. If you want to outfit your entire team, contact team sales at athleteps.com. So you can get something for you, something for one wrestler, or your entire team.
Or 50.
That's right. Athlete PS does it all.
Sweet. Perfect. All right. Preguntas?
Yes. Question time. You can pull them in, Bader. That's normally how it happens.
Like this?
Yeah, and then you ask
Read them?
Yeah, you ask him and I'll answer.
All right, who is most likely to go 4-0 undefeated at the National Duals on an individual level? And how likely do you think it is that Arnold throws his hat in the ring in 97 at Iowa?
Yeah, I don't know. We talked about this at the last 2 shows. I mean, I think it should be considered, but I'm not.
Seems unlikely considering he
said-
tweeted 174.
Yeah, that's far. I mean, who's most likely to go 4-0? I don't know. There's a lot that are going to go 4-0. I think you look at some of the top ranked guys, like it's going to be hard at 25. I feel like a lot of the best 25s are here. I don't know. I don't know why I like this question, actually. I like it, but it's like very tedious.
Yeah. All right, did the committee ever entertain, I know the answer to this, having Iowa and UNI first round? I'm guessing the answer is no, because we had a draw.
No, we had a random draw. We did not. Did we joke about, hey, how funny it would be if we pulled UNI versus Iowa round 1? That's what David Bray actually really wanted. He's like, oh my gosh, that would be just awesome. I was like, I kind of rather see Minnesota.
So we get the 84.
Yeah, 84. But yeah, but no, we didn't do that. But that was talked about. Like, man, how cool would it be if that's
You set up one first round match and then you break the system.
Yeah.
You got to let it all be drawn in.
Cool.
All right, who was the best team that wasn't invited to national duels?
I think this is pretty obvious.
Iowa State.
I mean, Iowa State has a team that could like threaten, right? And I think the first year process was smart and fair and good, and I think next year's process for selection, I would guess, would be altered.
99% of the time, there is no issue because no team goes from outside of the top 25 to all of a sudden a potential trophy team.
Yes.
The next year. Mm-hmm. And that's just what happened with Iowa State. They had a bunch of injuries, had a bad tournament, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Skip jeans.
All right, let's go to how much vacation time does one accrue at Flow? Feels like the boys are always traveling.
We are always traveling.
Traveling doesn't mean vacation.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm taking a lot of vacations to Iowa City, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. We don't. Yeah, we get. It's unlimited PTO.
I guess.
I don't know. I feel like no one takes 2 weeks. Probably.
It's all like, hey, just take whatever you need, get your stuff done, and it's pretty fair here and pretty. You have a leash to.
Yeah.
It's very
I
flexible.
feel like the way it works is like more if anyone actually cares about this, but like think about from Worlds, that's like you work like 12 straight days and then you come home, and then I was literally in the office the next day working so like maybe like, Friday I'll do half a day or something, or a long weekend, but I don't know. There's a lot of flexibility in it. We're not sitting in meetings 9 to 5s, but we're pretty much, you basically work every day generally, for the most part, but they're cool about taking time. I've never had a single day been like, no.
Great place to work.
Amen.
I love it here.
Yes.
Oklahoma State had success at CKLV last year, but I see Southern Scuffle on the schedule instead. Any guesses why? Pros, cons of those 2 tournaments?
Well, they're both great tournaments. I think this year the proximity between National Duals and Cliff Keen it's tough. Everyone knows Cliff Keen's a really hard tournament to win. It's really competitive, and so that would be my guess. If Oklahoma State doesn't go there, I would guess that's why. Southern Scuffle. Oklahoma State's gone there in the past. It's a great tournament. And I think this is more about timing than, something wrong with Cliff Keen or great about Southern Scuffle. They're both awesome.
Sure. Now, am I wrong, or did Scuffle move back a couple days?
Just a couple.
Not the
4th and
first,
5th now.
I know. It's the 4th and 5th, but not New Year's Day.
I think that was from feedback from teams like, hey, it's better if it's on the weekend than, because it was always 1st and 2nd. That would be like a Tuesday, Wednesday, or a Monday, Tuesday, or whenever it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So Detroit-style pizza's in the market for a new TV. Want to know how they can get a TV and watch Flow stuff? What TV should they get?
If you want a new TV, I actually asked our guy, Justin Hoyman, former.
Big Justin Hoyman.
Yeah. He said, because I asked him, I thought I knew the answer, and he confirmed it. He said, we just launched a Samsung app this week. you should get if you're getting a new TV, get a Samsung. It'll have the Flow app on it.
Well, but I know Roku and Fire TVs do as well.
Roku do and Fire TVs do.
So you kind of got options.
You got options.
Roku do.
And we're getting in more.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Okay, roundtable questions are back, baby. He surrendered exactly 0 takedowns in 24-25 season. Over under 4.5. Surrendered takedowns against Ferrari. Yeah, give me the under too.
4.5.
Are we talking about this weekend?
No. I think this season. Season.
Okay.
Give me the over.
5 takedowns.
No, because remember, he's going to hit McAnally, dual, and theoretically maybe Big Tens.
Maybe NCAAs.
Maybe NCAAs. And he's got national duels. 4.5. And then you just toss in the rest of the season.
I mean, he
giving up 1 or 2.
0 takedowns.
Why was the plot match close? Did he get ridden? Because I feel like he had a couple of I'm trying to think.
This is a tough one.
I'll take the under. Let's try to remember this.
I know. I was just thinking bookmark.
Can I tase you?
Hey, who asked this? Avery, don't forget. When we either get to the end of the year or he gives up over 5 takedowns,
Say something.
let us know.
Ferrari takedown watch.
Yeah, Ferrari takedown watch. Start another account, Avery Lynch. It's just Ferrari take and just did Angelo give up a takedown? Nope.
No. What, isn't there an account? What's the account?
It's like did
so and so
J.R. Smith miss or something?
Yeah.
Like, I forget what it was. Yeah. Anyway, next question.
Where are we at? His hands have had plenty of time to recover. Where in the world is Record Bearcroft?
Yeah, we don't know. Tyler, I think he's going to give up on this dream.
New record was just set.
He just likes sleeping now.
Yeah. Okay.
He's not training.
Yeah. Why should we believe Nebraska jumps right back in where they were at and doesn't start over? Looking rough like they normally do. Remember how much they were struggling at the start of last year?
Well,
What's up with Nebraska, guys?
if you actually recall, Nebraska is normally amazing in the beginning of the year. Like they win CKLV all the time. They win big duels. Last year was kind of like almost a reverse a little bit.
They did.
I don't remember how rough they started. I mean, I know they lost to UNI. I've talked about that, but
What? Was it 2 years ago they lost to North Dakota State in the first duel of the year?
a couple years ago. Yes.
Yeah.
That's right. I don't know. I expect them to be good in the beginning of the year.
Well, you expect Nebraska to be good because they have good wrestlers,
They all have good wrestlers.
right? Would you expect Antrell Taylor to not be good? Even not at his best, he's still pretty good. Would you expect AJ Ferrari not to be good at wrestling because it's November instead of March?
No.
Right.
He's good. All right, how about the always fun and never too early NCAA finalist predictions cemented in stone, no takebacks?
Oh, I already did this. I did a video about this if you want to watch it. Okay. Yeah, I predicted the NCAA finals.
With champions or just finals?
I don't think I predicted champions.
There's still time.
I'm sure I will.
Let's see. What level is Nate Desmond with his tight end commitment? It seems like everyone is forgetting about him.
I mean, he's there. He's good. I think they're gonna stockpile recruits at every area, right? They're gonna try to not be single threaded at any weight class, relying on one person. Landon Sidden is really good, and he's a guy you want on your team. And it's for Nate Desmond. I mean, and a lot of it depends on Luke Lillidahl's growth. How does he, there's a lot in the air. And these guys, it's going to be battles to get in the lineup for Nate and potentially for Landon as well.
Landon going to be wrestling Saturday at who's number 1?
He's number 1. He's in the 3-man bracket at 120. And he'll get the winner of Zinken Munaredo.
That one was kind of interesting because I think Seiden, he earned his ranking a little bit earlier, but then didn't do Fargo and maybe the U.S. Open as well. So that's kind of like I know some of the people below him were a little upset because, hey, you're not wrestling. You can't lose your ranking if you're not wrestling. So it's time for Landon to go improve it.
Yeah, I'm really glad we have the 3-person bracket here. It felt kind of icky no matter who you left out here. So I'm pumped about it.
Yep.
Be good.
All right. Ono. Any Ono update and predictions for Duke versus Caddick at the Black Knight?
K-Sac. Ono's redshirting is what I hear. So, but get ready for the year after that. Prediction for Duke versus K-Sac. I mean, I think that's a crazy match. I know PJ is the talk because of what he did. I mean, and he should be. But I have a hard time picking a favorite in a match like that. K-Sac has just been in a lot of really tough folk style 7-minute college matches. PJ has not, and there is a difference. Is that difference going to affect PJ? I don't know, but it needs to be acknowledged that those two things are really, really different. And if it happens at the Black Knight, that's awesome. I would probably favor Tyler, but I don't know.
Wow. I feel like that's a flip from what maybe you were feeling a couple months ago.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
It's tough, you know.
I definitely was on PJ. I mean, I don't know. I think there's a little bit of how great Tyler was last year. I just haven't seen PJ wrestle in much folk style. Like against
high-level competition.
High-level competition. Like, when's the last time he wrestled a match where it wasn't like assured he was going to win?
Right.
You know, I don't know. I just want to see it.
Going back to the Ono part, if I had, I think, maybe one wish for this college season and could be granted something that would not happen otherwise, assuming Ono redshirts, it might be at least give me his 5 events.
5 duels or 5?
At least give me his 5 duels this year.
And I'm like, can he do that? Can he? I mean, I don't understand.
It's only true freshman. Is he technically?
Is that the rule? It's only true freshmen?
Yeah.
Correct.
But has he been in college?
Well, if he only got 1 year plus a red shirt.
He's also been in college, but I don't know how
Eligibility.
Japanese college works for NCAA.
It's been a long time since we went to Japanese college.
Tyler's our resident expert on Japan.
And he's not here.
He's sleeping in.
If you guys could have one magic wand wish for something, you could be granted something that is not likely to happen, what would it be?
Okay. Man, it probably is Ono related. Yeah, Ono versus Jesse Mendez. That'd be an incredible match.
Unreal.
Can you imagine?
It'd be amazing.
Yeah. That's what I want to see.
Is Penn State, Ohio State, where's it at this year?
Should be at Penn State.
Ooh, they keep it under wraps and then Ono just busts out to his K-pop song.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he plays that song. Oh, that'd be great. Yep. Jesse would love that too.
Yeah, he would.
Jesse's such a dog. He's a classic dog.
Yeah.
You know? Just that.
Give me the hard match. Give me the.
So it was definitely at Columbus last year. I remember vividly.
Whatever.
That's where Macron
We'll just.
beat Lilidol.
Let's see where we at. What transfer is going to make the biggest impact on the national duels and where the team finishes?
Albert.
Good question. Yeah.
AJ. AJ Ferrari. That's what I said.
Should we just call him Albert?
Al? You can call him Al.
I mean, if Iowa wins, is it not the Little Rock transfers maybe?
Yeah, but that's 2. But yeah.
Oklahoma State got a bunch too.
Oh, my.
If they become a...
What if
player.
Figs just pops off at 33 and
He's just that dude again?
He's like, I'm just this guy. So I'm going to go ahead and beat everybody.
Y'all forgot I'm stunning, man.
I know. He needs to remind us.
I know.
Please remind us, Richie. I want to see it. So that's what I'm thinking. I mean, it could be Ryder. Who knows? That guy's an animal. Could be, man, Facundo. How good is he going to be? I feel like Alex Facundo is going to have an awesome year. I think he is. We're talking about guys that can get into the Levi, Kennedy.
Yeah.
It's going to be him. He's going to be right there. And just everything you hear out of Stillwater is like, okay, get ready. And so I'm ready.
Stay ready.
I stay ready. So
Don't have to get ready if you stay ready.
I don't. You have to warn me, or I'm not ready.
we obviously can't have Michigan lineup talk with Tyler.
No, who knows?
We
were gonna get.
Wait, let's just hope he's alive.
He's alive. He called me frantically 10
I'm sorry.
minutes before the show started.
What a bum.
We kind of did Michigan lineup talk.
We did.
A
lot of bumps.
Feels sorry. Feels like you talked about the Gabe Kennedy thing a
Yes.
bunch. Which team in the national duels has the most unknowns?
Yes, this guy Lunsford is right. I think it is Oklahoma State.
Here's the thing. Oklahoma State has a lot of unknowns, quote unquote, but they're kind of known.
They're just unknown
Okay.
at Oklahoma State.
Like Alex Facundo. Come on. Like,
I don't know, but
maybe not. Merrill.
I don't know.
That's true.
I don't know. Zach Ryder, I don't know. I know.
Come on, he's
I know.
gonna be good.
I know the floor for them.
Sure.
You do not know the ceiling for Alex Facundo,
Sure.
Zach Ryder, Cody Merrill, Richard Figueroa, D. Lockett. I don't know.
Okay, yeah, it's Oklahoma State. I take it back. I
Landon
take it back.
Robidoux? I don't know. I think I know the floor for all these guys. Like they're going to be good. But like, is Landon Robidoux going to be a guy wrestling the semis? I don't know. He could. Swiderski, the ski, I feel as
We know the ski.
I know about the ski. We know the ski. 41, Carter Young, Sergio Vega, IDK. So yeah, I think it is Oklahoma State.
Christian, your boy Zare,
The nicest man in wrestling.
the nicest man in wrestling.
He was nice to my son, which means I like you. Thank you.
He won you over.
But he speaks English, which I think is more. Basically, none of the Russians do. Japanese know a little bit, but most of the Iranians don't. He does. So he was talking to my son in English and asking him where he's from, and he said he's from. Obviously, he said he's from Texas. He's like, oh, I have a friend in Dallas.
Did he say, my dad thinks you're the most boring?
No, Caleb's smart.
Yeah.
Unlike me.
Does the addition of Bo and Melvin change where Southeast RTC ranks against the premier RTCs in the nation?
That's not kind of how I measure RTC strength, honestly. It's like, who is there that's not on the college team that is there training is how I measure it. Fair or not, right or wrong. That's how I look at it.
Maybe they're thinking long term.
Long term, yeah, but when
When
that happens,
nothing's happened yet for sure.
they're still in high school at present.
They will be
You say it like that. You have a
they
good
will be
point.
in college LA Olympics, so it's not even this cycle.
Yeah, we're talking
Melvin will be
Australia.
a freshman in college. He's class of 2027
Yeah,
high school, so
27, 28. He could Olympic redshirt that year.
he could.
Dude, and we're getting so far ahead of ourselves. Where's Melvin Miller going to be in the senior level conversation at that point in time? Jeez. Feels like he's going to be there. He gave PJ a match. We know PJ's him.
And that was even kind of controversial. Like, should
Step
PJ
out.
got? Yeah.
Yep, that's great.
Let's go with the upset. Who's most likely to get upset and who would do the upsetting?
You and I over NC State could happen. I don't know. If it has to happen pre-semis. There's no.
And it's not an upset.
There's no upsets in the semis.
Sure. First round. Let's go.
First round.
Yeah, I'll just change it. First round. Who's gonna pull the upset?
I'll say you and I. I say that's the one.
Is Little Rock over Illinois?
I think that's a
That is
big
an
dude.
upset,
If
right?
that happens, yes, absolutely. That's a great one.
Rock Watch?
That's pretty much it.
Brock Watch. Brock who?
Rock.
Oh, Rock Watch. Like Brock Mantanona. All right, good show.
Rock and roll.
Vader.
It was fun.
Seamless. First time you've been on the show before, but never in that seat.
I used a computer a couple times before,
Yep.
and I've looked things up on the internet, and I can even zoom in a little bit.
Yeah, he can do it all. That's just the beginning of
I can spin it.
He spun Missouri. That was crazy. So we thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you to our producer Amanda in the booth, in the freezer. It's like 52 degrees in there. It's insane.
It's a nice house.
But to Amanda, it's nothing. It's not even adversity to her. We thank you guys so much for tuning in. We're going to be back on Monday, but make sure you're tuning in for Who's Number One. That's going to be started at 3 o'clock Eastern for the women's, 6:30 Eastern for the men's. I'll be there along with a bunch of us, Shane Sparks and I on the call for the men's duel, David Bray and Reese Laramendi on the call for the women's Who's Number One. For Mark Bader, JD Raid, I'm Christian Piles. Thanks so much. Thank you to Nike Wrestling, and we will see you next time. Bye.